He flipped out over my anonymous Reddit post, the one I wrote at 2 in the morning when I couldn't take the little digs anymore. 2 years with Tyler, and suddenly I'm the villain for asking strangers if I was crazy. We met at this free outdoor concert in Denver last summer. My best friend Mia dragged me along, and there he was, tall, funny, cracking jokes about how the band sounded like they practiced in a garage. We hit it off instantly. First year was straight up magic. Weekends hiking in the foothills, him surprising me with my favorite tacos from that truck on Colfax, even charming my family at Sunday dinners. Dad loved talking Broncos with him. Mom gushed over how he always helped clear the table, and my little sister called him the cool one because he remembered her college major. Our one bedroom off Spear Boulevard felt like home. Tiny kitchen, that weird creaky floor by the couch, but we made it work. Tyler was thoughtful at first. He texted me good morning from his sales job downtown, planned cheap date nights when money was tight. I thought, this is it, the guy who gets me. But around the 18-month mark, the comments started slipping in. Your girl's vents with Mia are kinda extra, don't you think? She always vents about her ex like you're her therapist. Or after I grabbed a new pair of boots at Target. Babe, you already have shoes that work. You're blowing money on stuff we don't need. And the family stuff, you run back to your parents' house every weekend. Like real life is too hard or something. He said it with a laugh, but the laugh never reached his eyes. Every time I pushed back, Tyler, stop with the Mia comments. She's my friend. He'd flip it. You're too sensitive. I was just joking. Remember that time you got mad about my poker night? Or I'm only saying this because I care. You make everything a fight. I'd end up apologizing. Like I was nailing jelly to the wall, you know? One night, around 3 weeks ago, I couldn't sleep. Heart racing, mind spinning. I made a throwaway account on that relationship advice subreddit and poured it all out. The friend digs, the money policing, the way he checked my location, just to make sure you're safe. I didn't name him, didn't give details that could trace back. Just, am I the crazy one here, or is this isolation behavior? Posted it, closed the app, and finally crashed. Fast forward to last Wednesday. I'm stirring pasta. Tyler's on a work call in the living room. My phone's on the counter. Reddit app still open from earlier. He finishes the call, grabs it to check something, and I hear the scroll stop. Dead silence. Then, babe, is this about me? My stomach dropped. He read the whole post out loud, voice getting louder with every line. Twisted my words until it sounded like I was the controlling one. You wrote this? You went to strangers instead of talking to me? You're embarrassing the hell out of me online. He was pacing, red-faced, shoving the phone at me. Look at these comments. They're calling me abusive. You think this is okay? I tried explaining. Tyler, I tried talking to you a dozen times, but you always shut it down. But he wasn't hearing it. This is humiliating. You made me look like some monster to random people on the internet. He deleted the post right there, reset my app, even cleared my search history. Then came the threat. Low and calm. If you ever post about me again, I'll show everyone a side of you they don't know. Those voice notes you sent me when you were stressed, the stuff you told me in confidence, think about it. I grabbed my keys and left for my parents' place in Littleton. Mom made up the guest room. Dad just listened while I cried through most of it. I didn't tell them about the threat. The next day, I went back for clothes, and there was my laptop open to my chat history with Mia. He'd been snipping. Mia came over that night. We sat in my parents' kitchen with coffee going cold. This is textbook. You gotta get out. She helped me change every password, screenshot the weird location checks from the last month. My sister even printed out info on breaking the lease early. Turns out the building manager had seen stuff like this before. Tyler blew up my phone. Text like, when are you coming home? You're being dramatic. He called the house once, got loud with Dad about keeping my girlfriend from me. Dad hung up, looked at me and said, kiddo, this ain't right. 4 days later, I went back to grab the rest of my stuff. Tyler had the place spotless. Weird, since I was always the one cleaning. He tried the soft voice. I read the comments. They made me reflect. I didn't mean the threat. I was just hurt. But when I pressed about deleting those voice notes, he got cagey again. They're gone. Trust me, I didn't. My sister overheard him on a call the week before, venting to his buddies in some group chat about how I was too attached to my family and not pulling my weight. Same guy who hated me posting online, but he was fine airing our dirty laundry to strangers. I packed the last box while he watched. If you walk out, I'll tell everyone my side. How you're unstable, how you spiral over nothing. I just looked at him and said, go ahead. My people already know the truth. Mom and Dad helped me move the boxes that afternoon. Leases handled. Manager was cool about the irreconcilable differences. I filed a quick report on the threat, just for the paper trail. Blocked his number before I even left the parking lot. Now I'm back at my parents', sleeping on the same guest bed. But for the first time in months, I don't feel like I'm walking on eggshells. No more checking my phone to see if he's tracking me. No more apologizing for having friends or spending my own money. Mia's coming over tomorrow with takeout, and my sister's already planning a girls' hike this weekend. Turns out the real wake-up call wasn't the fight. It was realizing I wasn't the problem. I just needed strangers on the internet to spell it out before I believed it myself. So yeah, he can keep his reflection and his group chats. Me, I'm finally breathing free in Denver, one day at a time. And if anyone ever asks, I'll tell them the full story. No anonymity required. If you enjoyed this story, smash that like button, drop a comment below, and hit subscribe so you never miss a daily upload.